Today, Shiba Inu is a hot mess. The cost is increasing. About 95 trillion Shiba Inus, though, have been cast into doubt. Experts are receiving their inquiries. We are on the cusp of a tremendous breakthrough. Additionally, Satoshi Kusama is present to verify everything. Why is this taking place? And I don't even know what I'm talking about. Allow me to clarify. Shiba Inu continues to demonstrate why it is still the most popular meme coin. Shiba Inu was able to quickly recover despite the fact that the cryptocurrency market had one of those wild days. The price dropped somewhat before soaring sharply again. People are really pumped up about that kind of power. Is this the start of a major breakthrough? That is the question on everyone's mind right now. On the other hand, perhaps something even more significant is taking place in the background. But hang on a second, because things are about to become crazy. Just think about it. There will soon be about 95 trillion Shiba Inu tokens in circulation. I get it, it sounds completely ridiculous. How on earth is it even possible? I know what you're thinking. Believe me when I say there's a lot to process. But I promise you things will become clearer after we do. I'd want to start by discussing the current state of the Shiba Inu price chart, but we'll get to that later. So, price action has been attempting to break out of this narrow range. It keeps crashing into the same ceiling and can't seem to get past it. Traders form what is known as a local top whenever it approaches and is then slightly smacked back down. Also, there's something intriguing you can see on the short-term chart when you zoom in. The tiny wick rejections, lower highs and pullbacks that resemble a weary Shiba Inu are becoming increasingly common. This was pointed up by one expert specifically. The bullish impetus, he said, appears to be waning, and sell pressure is beginning to accumulate. At first that may sound terrifying, but hear me out. Just before a major shift, this kind of arrangement is common. The effect is analogous to compressing a spring. It will pop at some point. The Shiba Inu is a very agile dog breed. Everyone is talking. The whales are keeping a careful eye on everything. Plus there's this strange, almost electric energy floating around. So certainly things may appear to be slowing down at first glance, but Shiba Inu has a history of shocking everyone. Although some are being scared off by the short-term price activity, an expert has just released a bombshell. Perhaps Shiba Inus are preparing for a huge 70% increase, he claims. Indeed, what you heard was accurate. 70%. He thinks the current quiet might be the nice kind of storm that's about to hit, for the simple reason that Shiba Inu is currently exhibiting bullish pennant formation on the chart. The reason that matters now is this. In most cases, the appearance of such a pattern heralds the impending breakout. In addition, experts have identified this pattern as part of a larger structure known as a cup and handle. Imagine it with a teacup-shaped base, a slight dip in the middle for the handle, and a rounded top. You won't believe what happened next. The current handle is taking excellent form. A massive price shift may be hinted at by the pattern's depth. Shiba Inu has the potential to reclaim its earlier this year peak if current trends continue. There would be a significant increase of approximately 70% from its current level. Unfortunately, the setup could collapse if it falls much below that critical support level. However, everything seems to be holding up well thus far. There is a sense of impending doom, patterns converging and mounting pressure in the chart's narrative. The larger picture may be depicting something considerably more fascinating for Shiba Inus, even though some people are fixated on small details. Just a moment though, I have something important to tell you. A monumental event occurred behind the scenes as all eyes were on the charts. There is one deal in particular that the cryptocurrency world is talking about. Someone with enormous wealth, known as a whale, recently transferred $800 million worth of Bitcoin from Coinbase to an anonymous wallet. Indeed, that is not an error. $80 million. For Shiba Inus, why is this relevant at this time? Because there's usually one interpretation when large sums of money like that discreetly leave exchanges. A buildup. These actions are deliberate. No games for whales. Their preparations are finished. Additionally, such a shift in weight by Bitcoin whales is typically an indication that a major development is about to occur. Coins with a smaller market cap like Shiba Inu often do quite well when larger ones are preparing to move. Shiba Inus frequently ride the market wave that occurs as Bitcoin moves. This could be the catalyst that propels Shiba Inus to unprecedented levels of success. Things grow even more bizarre when discussing enormous quantities. Nearly 90 trillion Shiba Inu tokens have come into focus today, according to one analyst, and that amount is causing ripples. New information indicates that more than 330,000 addresses are in possession of around 95 trillion Shiba Inu tokens. All of these were purchased within a price range that encompasses two critical levels, with an average cost that is aligned with the current price. Can you explain that? What we have here is a huge herd of Shiba Inu owners patiently waiting for anything to happen. A huge reaction, like a deluge of selling or a ferocious defense, could occur if the price fell below that zone. The current price is barely above that imaginary line. It's barely clinging on. Just a few of Shiba Inu are held in the next lower range, so there isn't much support just below. That makes the present level seem precarious. However, let me explain. We may be in for a real surprise if Shiba Inu is able to hold its ground and push higher from this level. If that were to happen, we could potentially go back to the highs we had earlier this month, and perhaps even surpass them. Naturally, the 95 trillion hoard might be activated if the price drops too much, and that has the potential to either cause chaos or provide eager purchasers with the ideal time to stock up. This is a worrying time. Shiba Inu's next big move could happen out of the blue, and traders are keeping a careful eye on the market as a whole. Here, however, is what counts when we step back and look at the big picture. What the developers are up on behind the scenes is far more important than this temporary crap. Therein lies the true worth. The shrouded and beloved chief developer of the Shiba Inu ecosystem, Satoshi Kusama, recently made a strong declaration. My plans never changed, he informed the community in an X-post. Uncomplicated and to the point, yet it conveys all. That speech seemed like a call to arms at a time when everyone is wondering a lot. The development staff remains dedicated, actively working on the project, and meticulously following the roadmap. The Shiba Inu ecosystem is more than just a meme anymore, so keep that in mind. It's growing by adding new features, improving existing ones, and launching on new platforms. The progress of this project is impressive. Price pumps are just one aspect of it now. Establishing Shiba Inu as a formidable player in the cryptocurrency industry is the goal. Hyperbole and memes won't define the future. Progress, practicality, and camaraderie are what it is. All these price increases we're seeing today are simply the beginning, if the developers keep delivering like they have been. Looking at the big picture, Shiba Inu is still a stunning dog breed. Like Lucy, the head marketing for Shiba Inu, said in a recent tweet, she didn't sugarcoat it, and got to the heart of the matter. Stop with the false hype, she wrote. FOMO is not the issue, it is trust. The finest investment is the one that comes from a community that shows up, spreads the word, and believes in the possibilities. Exceptional utility tool. Additionally, the neighborhood. Plus, she's totally correct, because the power of Shiba Inu lies with its people, not with the charts or the market movements of today or tomorrow. That is the key differentiator between Shiba Inu and any other meme coin. This is about creating something substantial, not only riding a pump. Whether it's on X, in forums, on Telegram, or simply by standing firm, the Shiba Inu community always shows up. People believe in the vision. The Shiba Inu's true resilience comes from its unwavering conviction and unwavering constancy. At this very now, Shiba Inu is continuing to advance despite the tremendous amount of price pressure, the formation of a pattern, the occurrence of whale moves, and the stress surrounding important support levels. The community is the reason it is still gaining attention, trending, and staying strong. You can't afford to lose money when you combine that community with a dedicated development staff, an innovative plan, and increasing exposure in the cryptocurrency industry. Okay, so it's not hoopla. It goes beyond that. It is faith. Unity is it. And that's only the beginning. Therefore, what is your view on the matter? Leave a comment below.